Hello, everyone. I am Kaylee Rose with Lunation Mentoring, and this is the video for day 6 of the 21-day Energetic Boundaries Reset and Reclamation that we're doing in preparation for some very deep healing during the upcoming eclipse portal. If you're watching this at some other point in time after the eclipse portal, that's okay. This video series will also be really valuable and really supportive during any period of time where you're wanting to reclaim and reset your energetic boundaries as a sort of jumping off point. This is certainly not completely comprehensive, and it's not going to go as deep as some people may need, but it's a really, really good tune-up of sorts for any time you're feeling like your energetic boundaries are just not quite where you would like them to be. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up. So this is where we are today. We're going to be talking about the heart space. In day 5, we spoke about the womb space. Prior to that, we were talking more about the physical body and exploring ways that the physical body can teach us about, that was weird. Zoom told me that I was signed out, but I'm currently recording on Zoom. Interesting. Anyways, the first few days were us talking about the physical body and how it can teach us and remind our spirits and give guidance to our energy bodies when it comes to boundaries, because the physical world, the material world, is by its nature very boundaried. Like I put my hands together and they don't melt into each other. Like they stay separate things, even if I clasp my hands together. I don't melt into another person or into the chair that I'm sitting in. The physical world teaches us so much about boundaries. So that's why we started there. So let's go ahead and get to day 6, the heart space. So the heart space is very similar to the womb space. If you have not watched the day 5 video yet, I highly recommend you go back and you watch that before you continue on with this video. But essentially the heart space and the womb space and even the head space, they are spaces within us that are connected to actual physical organs. They are connected to chakras. They also are essentially I don't even know quite how to phrase it. It's almost like this dimension within you where your consciousness can go to rest and can go to receive guidance from your soul, from your spirit, from your higher self, from the divine, from your body, even. Just these spaces within you that you can send your consciousness to receive wisdom. And so the womb space is connected, even in men, biological males, to that sacral chakra area, that region of the womb, or even sexual organs. There's a little bit of a connection to the root chakra. But the heart space is very connected to the actual physical organ of the heart, and it's connected to that heart chakra. And it functions as this like waypoint between the upper chakras and the lower chakras, and the head and the mind and the body. It's this meeting point of body and spirit, and yeah, essentially it's almost like this melting pot of and this checkpoint between different regions, different energies within your body. And so the heart space can be very, very powerful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little meditation involving the heart space, involving connecting with that space so that you can return to it more easily in the future, will also be essentially calling back bits and pieces of your own energetic heart that you have perhaps given away or have been taken from you in some way, and returning any bits and pieces of other people's energetic hearts that you may be holding on to. Because when our heart, our energetic heart, is whole and complete and cleared of other bits of other people's energy, we're able to feel what we honestly feel. We're able to make decisions and take action from a more empowered space. And we're also able to show up in greater love for ourselves and for other people, because there isn't this muddying of the energy where we're picking up on other people's desires and other people's emotions and disconnecting from our own desires and emotions. We can act from our most empowered place by connecting with our own emotions and by connecting with our own desires. Being fully in our own bodies, being fully connected to our higher selves and our higher power. Like, do you see this pattern here of like not taking on other people's stuff and not giving or letting them take your stuff, your energetic structures, and your power, your agency, your capacity to act? So I invite you now, if there's something that you need in this moment to feel a little bit more safe or a little bit more comfortable, to experience a little bit more pleasure or joy, go ahead and take a moment to go do that. If it's shutting a door or opening a door, maybe you need a pillow or a blanket, maybe you need a drink of water, which is very frequently what I need. I invite you to take a deep breath. Just notice if there's something that your body or your spirit need in this moment before we continue. And if you're watching this recording and you need a little bit of extra time, feel free to pause. Now go ahead and start taking deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, breathing deep down, so that your belly, your diaphragm are engaged, are moving, and that there's less movement up in the chest. You can slow your breathing a little. And if it feels good to you, you can go ahead and allow your eyes to close. If you'd rather leave them open, that's okay. Just soften your gaze so that you're not looking at anything in particular. And as you breathe, I invite you to place a hand over your heart if you aren't already doing that. Just a hand on your chest. You can place your other hand on your abdomen if you would like, or just leave it to rest, palm up on your lap. With each breath, invite your awareness to drop into your chest, into that heart space, into that place where your emotions and your desires and your connection to that feeling self live. And just gently remind yourself that it is safe to be here and to be present. It is safe to feel. Whatever sensations come forward are those that are ready to be witnessed. And gently rock your body back and forth as you breathe. Shifting, yawning, stretching as needed, but always returning to that heart space. Imagine breathing into that space, and with each breath, you're breathing in light and truth and any resources that you need at this time. Now, as you breathe, I invite you to use your powerful imagination to imagine a tree, whatever kind of tree you most love. And if for you, you don't actually visualize things and it's more a process of words, that's okay. And if you actually see a tree in your mind's eye, that is also okay. Whatever degree of visualization works for you, whatever degree of visualization is natural for how you function, is perfectly good. Continue breathing. Imagine this beautiful tree, its roots sinking deep into the earth and its branches high up in the sky, even if the tree that you visualize is a weeping willow with branches that also touch the ground. As you breathe and as you see more and more details or sense more and more details of this tree, I invite you to imagine that there's a door in this tree or some sort of portal or passageway that you can enter into to go into this tree. Inside the trunk of this tree, there's so much more space than the outside would have suggested. You see everything that you need to feel comfortable and safe. You see whatever furniture, maybe there are books, maybe there are cushions or pillows, maybe there's a little kitchen in there, maybe there's an animal there to keep you company. Whatever you see, whatever you desire to feel safe and to feel that you belong in this space. You belong in the heartwood of this tree, in the center of this tree. Because this tree is a representation of your own heart space. And it is a place that you can return to as often as you want. Continue breathing deeply. With each breath, become more present to this space in this tree, this beautiful representation of your own heart space. What is the quality of the light? Is there a smell that makes you feel so at home and so at peace? What is the color palette? What colors do you see? Are there sounds? Perhaps you hear a kettle boiling water. Perhaps you hear music. Perhaps you hear silence. Whatever helps you feel safe and at home. Whatever helps you to claim the space that is entirely for you. And as you breathe here, welcome any sensations, any emotions that are surfacing, and just witness them. This is a space that you can go to with your powerful imagination, a space where you can send your awareness whenever you need or want to feel, to experience a sense of belonging, to feel completely and utterly at home. It's a space where you can feel those emotions, those feelings, those sensations that maybe you don't always feel safe to feel in the external world. But here in this space, in this heartwood, in this heart space, it is perfectly safe. You are perfectly welcomed, embraced in the energy of this space. Now I invite you to place both hands over that heart, over your chest. Continue to breathe. And while you're in this beautiful tree that represents your heart space, just be aware of how deeply rooted and how far reaching this tree is, its roots and its branches, with you in its core, held and safe, witnessed and loved. Now I invite you to shift your focus more into your own body, into that heart region, even as you, if you'd like, still inhabit that tree. Notice your own heart. Does it feel whole? Does it feel like something is missing? Does it feel like there's something there that maybe you don't want to be there anymore? Just breathe. Witness whatever you feel, whatever you sense. Now I invite you to use your powerful intention and your powerful imagination to call back any parts or pieces of your heart that have been missing and that are now ready to return. Imagine those pieces coming. And imagine beautiful, warm golden light, a liquid light almost, bathing them as they come closer, cleansing them and clearing them, empowering them. And as that process is happening, using your powerful intention and your powerful imagination, imagine that you are gently removing anything that's not actually yours from that heart. If you need a little help, invite angels to support you in that process. Gently removing anything that is not yours and returning to sender, returning to whoever it belongs to, or returning to your higher power so that those things can be returned to they belong to in due time. Imagine those angels cleaning and cleansing very gently all those spaces that now may be empty, And if the visualization of this cleansing and clearing is still going on for you, that is okay. Allow it to run its course until it feels complete. If you need to pause this video, if you're watching the recording, pause and allow this process to continue until you are ready to move on. If you are watching this video live, just trust things will happen in the process and timing that is perfect for you. And as areas become open and there's a removal of what is not yours, those pieces that are yours, that have been cleansed and cleared and healed, imagine now that you and your angels are putting them back into place, sealing them up with light and with love, healing and mending those pieces as if they had never left. If there are any pieces still missing, or any pieces still there that are not yours, go ahead and imagine a tube of light coming down from your higher power, however you recognize your higher power, coming down to you and bathing that entire heart in light and truth and love and in the divine perspective of what that heart is for and how it functions and what it needs. Imagine that it is downloading that perfect blueprint for your energetic heart, even for your physical heart, and for that heart space, for your heart chakra, all of that truth, that divine information, filling each and every cell, connecting with each and every electron of every atom of every part of your being. Breathing that in. Resting in a greater degree of wholeness. If you would like to, you can rest in this space. You can return your awareness to that heart space, that visual representation, that symbolic representation, that tree that is your heart space within you. You can return there for as long as you'd like and as often as you would like. If you are ready to return to this present moment, connected both to your internal world and the external world, then I invite you to take a deep breath in and breathe it out with sound. And as you're ready, you can begin to stretch, to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Fluttering your eyes open as you are ready. Shaking out your arms and your legs and any other part of you. That's a taste, a journey into that heart space for you. Know that you can return there whenever you like, as often as you like. Thank you for joining me for this day 6 heart space reset and reclamation for our 21-day energetic boundaries reset and reclamation. Tomorrow for day 7, we will be focusing on the head space.